All right, I'm back, and I'm in the trunk of my car. So last video, the iDrive screen died, and you guys heard me say, and then on top of that, last night you guys saw like I was kind of defeated, so I wanted to go on a little bit of a test drive just to make sure that I fixed that side and I still wasn't having issues with the caliper binding up. And then I drove maybe a quarter mile away from the house, and then the iDrive screen died. The iDrive screen dying is really kind of just annoying, but I can survive without it, right? So, but in terms of like what's keeping this car from driving, got new brakes on and a tire. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys about how the whole silliness with this tire went down. Oh, okay. My light's green now. Bye. So, yeah, that was wrong. While the iDrive screen isn't like necessary to drive, like it goes in gear, it shifts fine, it does all that just fine. You still do need that iDrive screen because you guys have heard me say many times, I think BMW has lost their way, and some of that silliness started with this car here. I am not a fan of them putting everything in the iDrive screen. So what do I mean by that? Simple things. You want to check how much oil your car has. Well, in BMW's infinite wisdom, they removed the dipstick. So the only way to check how much oil you have is to check an iDrive screen. The climate control. If you've been in BMWs, you know they have the little sliders. So like you don't just set a temperature, but you also set the slider. It's almost kind of like in your house, how you set it to heat or cool, and then the house like decides to use the air conditioning or the furnace to achieve that temperature. BMWs have that, so you have to slide it to hot or cold to tell the car use the air conditioner to keep it 72 or use the heat to keep it 72. They put that in the iDrive screen. So right now the problem is the heat is stuck on in here. I don't know how much oil I have, and it keeps saying SOS on the dashboard. So yeah. So my first attempt is actually back here, which is why I'm in the trunk. This is one of the fuse boxes, or the main fuse box really, for the E60. I actually just checked both fuses that are for the iDrive screen, and everything's fine, and then I realized I could have kind of recorded a video, so I didn't record that part. But if it's not those two, I'm pretty sure it's the fuse that's behind the dashboard, because most of the time when your iDrive screen dies, it does all types of weird stuff to your dashboard, and like you get all types of weird errors. It's acting almost like it's unplugged, like it's not even there. So I'm like certain it's a fuse. So we're gonna get this dashboard tore out of here, or I mean, I guess it's not the whole dashboard, but the iDrive module pulled out of the dashboard, and then hopefully I can get the screen back. All right, so hopefully you guys can hear me. I didn't bring a microphone out here, but I think I figured out what's wrong with it. So there's a 15 amp fuse in the back of the head unit, which all this crap had to come off of here. I was gonna do a DIY, but there's a guy who actually did a DIY that's pretty good, so I'll just link that. The only thing I will say is his DIY didn't explain how to take this off. This is just held on by 2 clips, so I just put my trim tool, popped it out, right? So back to the subject at hand, this head unit. it looks like just the fuse is blown. So hopefully I can just throw a new fuse in it, and then I can get the head unit and the iDrive screen and all that stuff back.